Yeah, incredible. And those veterans arrived back to some pretty nice weather here in the metro.
They did, coming back home saying, hey, you know, it actually feels like a brand new season for us. Yeah, I think a lot of folks are enjoying the sunshine and the autumn-like temperatures as we continue to sit in towards the mid-70s. So we entered into this brand new seasonal change at an exact time today. 11:19. That just so happens to be when the equator is directly in line with the sun. That's why the precision and the time is so on point. But overall, enjoying the sunny, dry skies. Beautiful live look out over Mount Hood today from the northeast Portland area. Just the same with Government Camp, and clear, bright blue, sunny skies also found out along the Oregon coast as our temperatures are climbing back up into the mid to upper 70s. At least for the I-5 corridor, you'll notice Ridgefield close to 80 degrees right now, with mid to upper 60s found out along the shoreline, as fall is a seasonal change for us where temperatures gradually start to cool back. You'll notice our average for the month of September right around 77, but even at this point in the month, it's closer to the low to mid 70s. So we are still sitting well above that as October ushers in some cooler and more crisp air, especially in the early morning hours as we likely fall back into the 40s. But a pop of color may be being seen in your area. That's going to be the case through about the middle of the week before we really start to ramp things up, especially with near peak fall foliage above about 5,000 feet over the Cascades. As a few of our trees are already starting to put on a dazzling display of color. Primarily it's the locust trees, so the very small yellow bright leaves that many of the trees are starting to display, as the maples and ash are slowly starting to shed their shade of green. As the rest of this evening ushers in cooler temperatures, low 60s for us just after the midnight hour, as the calm, quiet, clear skies still reside overhead. That's much of the case right now with our radar and satellite not showing much in the way of inclement weather, as our air quality is also sitting at good levels here for us, primarily out towards the central western sections of the state. You'll notice we hold on to the moderate to unhealthy for sensitive group category out towards the northeast corner of the Beaver State and southeast corner of Washington. Then we start to see the influence of a more easterly breeze that's going to be pushing some of that wildfire smoke back into the I-5 corridor along the coast as well, not only for Tuesday but Wednesday as well. So maybe not necessarily smelling the wildfire smoke, but the milky skies, they once again are going to return as our winds are out of the northwest until we work our way into the midpoint of the day tomorrow, transitioning from the northwest to the northeast, if not even directionally out of the east, gusting close to 20 to 25 miles per hour, known as the downsloping winds coming out of the Cascades and out of the Columbia River Gorge, where they warm up, speed up, and dry things back out once again, as high pressure will be our dominant weather feature, squashing any thunderstorm or rain activity. So that means dry, sunny, warmer temperatures reside over the Pacific Northwest as we watch the jet stream closely try to push its way a little bit further to the south. But overall, over the next week, expected to see a pretty quiet weather pattern, as those easterly winds are expected to pick up tomorrow afternoon. That's also going to be the case for Wednesday. So what we see tomorrow, almost going to be exactly the same for the middle of the week as we hold on to the dry, sunny skies. Again, a bit of that wildfire smoke reducing maybe the visibility of, say, Mount Hood or Mount St. Helens from the city, as our rain was a welcome sight back on Sunday morning, filling up the bucket close to 1/4 inch. We swing the pendulum back and forth quite rapidly as the below average rain accumulation still holds steady at about 5/100ths of an inch. All right, tonight all is calm, quiet, clear, cooler, falling back into the mid-50s for us. Tomorrow starting to heat things back up again. Look at the southwest corner of our state, approaching triple digits for the first full day of the autumn season. Keep in mind, we're only a few hours now deep into the brand new season for today, as the mid-80s settled their way back into the Portland, Vancouver area Tuesday, Wednesday, keeping dry skies and warmer than average temperatures going through the weekend. Our next chance of rain, that's on Monday, and even at that, it's a very slim chance and still a week out, so we'll be watching that closely.
Boy, those 80s hanging on, huh?
I know.
They definitely are. I always like to say it's the middle of October that we really start to see the temperatures drop and the rain start out.
I feel like it's always the night of Halloween when I'm out trick-or-treating with the kids and suddenly it's torrential downpour.
And you're like, it's here.
I'm like, fall's here.
Yeah.
Thanks.